Oh, yes it is. We've got snow coming down at Sheepy Hollow, and I'm on my way into the city on another road trip. I gotta get some heat going here. That's making noise. Great. Nice and warm. Radio's off. Headlights are off. Welcome to all the new subscribers. We seem to have a small influx of folks coming to check us out here. Just waiting for the steering wheel to warm up. Oh, I gotta go get some mail. And we gotta go to Granny's house, and then we're gonna head into the city. I got to go to the doctor today. We're gonna find out what the problem is. And he won't be able to, because I'll have to get an x-ray, a CAT scan or something like that. Hang on, I'll be right back. Just got to jump out and get the mail. Oh. Alright, what we got? Not much here. Now, where's my, oh, warm up quicker than this. Okay, so we're going to go to Granny's house first. 4:30, okay. And it just started snowing. And it's a good thing we put winter tires on. There we go. So, I didn't make a video yesterday because the last video, a 2-hour jobby, took almost a day. It started uploading it midnight-ish, or before I went to bed around 10 actually, 10:30, and it wasn't even completely done when I was still processing it. I guess that's just the way it is around there. I was looking at the new Starlink, or Skylink, or whatever it's called. They want $100 a month for their broadband, and I'm paying $60 a month. You know, it always seems to be just that much more to have something. I won't be paying no $99 a month to get on their little satellite system thingy job there. I was reading that there's going to be, or there is 800 of them or something up already, and people are doing the tests. What else is in the news here? Oh, it's -6 out, so that's a little weather report for you. Snow's expected today, up to 4 centimeters, I'm told. There's 9 active cases of COVID in the Fredericton region. Pretty close to 100 cases right now. We seem to have, it started to blossom. Oh, somebody on the road. Sold Alonzo, man, he's perking right along there. on. I gotta drop this letter off right here, so 2 seconds. And I'll stop in here. Holy frick. It's so cold it makes you want to pee. Alright. Oh, stop snowing. Okay. He's out there having a walk. I don't know how far he goes. He goes quite a ways. And he's pretty sprightly there walking. He's going to be 80 here pretty quick. Which reminds me, I got to start taking the boys out for a walk. And my weight's going up. Got to start getting a little bit more output. Probably doesn't help that I'm drinking about 5 cans of pop a day. Let's see, there was M&M's. I like cheesies. I used to have them every day. What else is there? Well, you know, I'm on one of these seafood diets. I see food and I eat it. Ooh, he is chilly. If you listen really carefully, you can hear you can hear the hair growing on my legs. Aha. Whew. Oh, nice warm steering wheel. See the climate. Yeah, that's good. $665 feet. We're dropping down. Let's see. Oh, I gotta get gas again today. Yeah, that was a little freaky the last time I went and got gas. In Costco there, the car in front of me was from Quebec. That wasn't frightening enough. And I'm going to deliver some chocolates off to my 3 doctors. It's pretty nice to have a GP, a urologist, and a surgeon all on call. I like it that way. The only thing we need to do is to get Martha to start answering the phone. She's the only secretary I know that don't answer the phone. I see nobody picked that garbage up either. There we go. Oh, 11:42, and I don't have my camera with me today. Wouldn't you figure? Now I could start to look to see where the house is. I think it's just up here, but I'm not sure. I need a mailbox or something to grab a number off of. Oh, here's Not everybody has a number on their house here, I guess. It's not a bad looking size house there. 348. No. That's got to be way back there. Alright. It's not down here, that's for sure. Hooah. $366 feet. Yes, I think the old COVID thing here, while I'm thinking about it. Alberta is now the hotbed center of Canada. That's where my kids and grandkids, a bunch of them live out there, a bunch of friends. That's not very good. I was reading an article on how Australia did it. They just locked the freaking place right down. And boy, it worked. See that guy? He waved. That's a Canadian thing. If you're on a road like this, when you drive by somebody, it's custom to just lift your hand up off the steering wheel. Don't take no effort, whether you know them or not. Now that I get out on the main highway up here, that doesn't happen anymore. So they've got, south of us, just about all the cases in New Brunswick right now. And I never expected it to be down there. Some young guy went and told his buddy that he had COVID, and then the shit, excuse me, hit the fan. I guess his buddy told 16 more, and you know how it went after that. Those 16 told 16 more each. So there's like 200 or 300 people. Most of them probably all knew that young feller. And the rules are a little iffy. If you come from here, if you're working out as an example out west, and you come back down here on your days off, you don't have to quarantine. And you could have already picked up the virus. So if within 2 weeks, by the time the virus kicks in, you've infected a lot of people. It just gets it right out of control. There's a nice big wreath. School kids. Better slow down. Right ahead on that big top of that hill there, that's what's called, or referred to as Keswick Ridge. And we live on the Doran Ridge. And I'll turn right up here, and then we'll go to the Lower Stone Ridge and the Upper Stone Ridge off to the right here. Alright, pitter patter, let's get at her. Okay. I guess the Yemeni shot a, okay, this is the Stone Ridge Road here to the right. Somebody stole or knocked the sign down. I guess, what was I going to say? I'm going too fast to back it up. Oh, there, I can turn that fan down a notch. All right. Yes, sirree, Bob. So, did you realize that last week the first unreported case of COVID-19 came out of China, and it was probably 4 months later, 3 or 4 months later, our government finally acted. And a little slow, still flights coming in from all over the friggin' place. Sad. Anyway, I don't want to get on to that. I'd rather, there's more positive things. But nothing more important than that either, actually. Oh. I forgot to pay attention there. Missed something. Here's the other upper Stone Ridge Road. Now if I go straight from here, it's a long way to get across the river. So this is the quickest way right here. The St. John River, that is. Ooh, it's nice and warm in here now. Turn that down some too. Oh, some more branches. We had a big wind yesterday with that friggin' rainstorm. Dogs didn't want to go out. Didn't go out for very long when they did. They don't like getting wet too much. When they get wet and then they come in the house, especially when the snow starts falling, they get little hard packs of kind of like icy snow on their back. And if it sits there long enough and we can't get it off, it creates a hot spot. Then the dogs start scratching away at it. And then he's sensitive to it. You gotta watch out for the potholes here. There's one. There's another one. And we should be good to go from here. I don't know why they can't just fix the freaking pothole when it starts. This here area here needs some fresh pavement. There we go. Oh, we got a dawdler. going fishing. Okay, now we're officially on the Keswick Ridge. This here on the left is the home of the Grill and Dylan. And they must be out cooking today. They've got a trailer and they go around, and that's how they make their living, grilling. Alright. Gotta keep focused for deer running across the road. I think the rut's probably still on, but the hunting season's over now. They've had their draw. Oh, boy. Like a golf course over here. Nice little house on the right. Oh, what's going on here? Mail delivery? That's not very safe. Somebody come beetling over the hill there, going to run right into her. I need to bring my axe out, this fella here up on here on the left. Have to contact him first. Gee, he's got a fair chunk of wood in there too. Some of these older homes here sure have a lot of or a lack of insulation, and they have to burn a lot of firewood. You'll see some of these places get great big piles of firewood. And as soon as we get a little bit of snow, I can start using the toboggans to get the wood in from the woodshed. Alright. Going up, pick up the Christmas tree. You can go and tag it. Come back and get it when you need it. With all the land that I have, we don't cut a Christmas tree anymore. My son cut one that must have been 20 feet high. Big fiasco getting it into the house, needles everywhere, so we don't do that anymore. Not because of that, but because we've got about a half a dozen little trees. artificial ones. Just stick them out. Then the dogs aren't likely to pee on them. Grandson can't reach them. Much better. And we don't have any cat, nor do we want one. Not sure how the boys would be with that. And I'm thinking about getting another dog if I can find somebody that's got reasonably priced baubles. I want a dog that I can train to stick with me, and it doesn't have that instinct to run off like the Great Pyrenees do. So the bauble is can weigh between, oh, there's a black cat down there, weigh between 110 to 200 pounds. So I think one of those would be nice. And he can come with me whenever I go somewhere. We'll have to bring him in as a puppy and see how the Great Pyrenees will act around him. I'm not sure. On the 7th, I got to start taking the dogs into the groomers again for their winter tune-up. Cut the nails, brush them out, clean their ears. And then in the spring, same thing, but you got to wait till they start to blow their coat. You could fill up between those two guys, you could fill up a couple of pillowcases with just the hair they shed. And they shed every day. Not so much right now, but they still shed. Oh, it must be cold today. RC and Pete aren't here with their radar. Well now. And it's nice that they've got the construction stopped here for the winter. It's a little unknown fact. When they built this in the 60s, concrete they used, they didn't realize that it continually expands. And as it expands, it creates cracks. When they figured that out, what they do is they drill holes into the concrete, and then the concrete will start continually swell, and it'll close off the hole and seal it off. So instead of making cracks, all that energy goes into filling in the holes. This here is on the right, is the Riverside Hotel that Trudeau rented out for a year or somewhere around that, so he could put all his voters in that he imported from Syria. Boy, they sure have money. It's nice to know. You can always go to the Liberal government and ask for handouts. Oh, that's a nice looking tree. Alright. So now we're on the St. John River, and I'm not going to bellyache anymore. We don't want anybody getting upset. Can't read the sign. The Thompson Family. This is where my wife's grandparents used to live on her mother's side, the Kylies, who are also related to the Burgoynes up here, and the Meserauls. There's a nice looking house up there. Post and beam, I think. And I believe right here used to be the Kelly farm. Now back in the day, there used to be an awful lot of acres per farm. And this one down here, I can't remember her maiden name, but on the left down at the bottom here, oh, not this place. This here, if you need a prosthesis, this is where you come to get it made. Sure Grip, it's called. Check them out. My buddy Jerry Clark, he owns about 1,000 acres off to the left here. That's his place on the left. He owns both sides of the pond on the left. One of those houses up there. Plus they're building another one. It's nice. And he's not feeling all that good anymore. And all this here land, my mother and father-in-law could have bought. And now somebody bought it all, and now they're all reselling it. And here is a heritage Upper Kingsclear Cemetery. So what I'll do is I'm going to turn you folks off. I'll go in and visit Granny. Then, when I leave the city, or close to leaving, I'll start up another video. So we have a nice video today. So hang tough. You'll be in the city in the next clip, within a second. Well, when I turned this off, I noticed that I still had a lot of battery left. So what we're going to do is I'll run it while I head into the city. And let me see here. Look around. I got to look for some masks here. Oh, there's one. Okay. Then we had a nice little, whoops, wrong wiper. We had a nice little chat with Granny. I don't follow football much, or soccer as we call it here. Some Maradona, Diego Maradona or something like that. He died today, I guess it was, or last week or something. I didn't quite get it. I'm trying to read the streamer on the bottom of the TV as it was whistling by. And I was watching I got another idea. Let's do this. It's 2 o'clock. I got a bit of free time. We'll take you back into Fredericton a different way. And I got to go to Costco next. And fill up. And here we go. This is the Meserole Settlement Road. Won't have, or should not have, too much traffic on it. Should be relatively safe. And sorry, I didn't get the Windex out to the Jeep yet. Oh, I love that heated steering wheel. Okay, probably don't need the wipers right now until we follow somebody. So, this looks like the beginnings of a bit of a snowstorm here, maybe. So the time I spent at Granny's house till now, that's how much snow's come down. There we go. Don't want to go too fast. Somebody's been cutting wood in there. Oh, you never know. It's -4. I don't think it usually snows either when it's really, really cold out, like -30. Not sure about that. Usually warms up a little bit. Oh, I got freaking a bit of a headache here. So, we're going to go out this way. Just kill a little time. Don't go too fast. This here is the intersection of Mountain Road, I believe. Yep. Ooh, I'm sliding a bit. I gotta take it easy. It stops. These winter tires that we use here, they're almost like slicks. They made of softer rubber, and there's not a very, they look like summer tires, to tell you the truth, you know, the radials. They don't have much stopping power on the snow. If you put, I was thinking of putting those big heavy lug snow tires on that you put on the big trucks. But no, I don't think so. And some people here have studded tires, and you can't run them after April because it eats the pavement all up. But the roads here generally are pretty good, except for the Dorn Ridge Road where I live. Once that freezes up and all the little potholes are gone and the plow's gone over it a few times, it's just like driving on pavement until the spring comes. Then it falls apart. And then if you watch some of my other videos, the road trip ones, you'll see how rough the road can get. My road's pretty good compared to what it was when we first moved in. Sure glad my old lady was on their case. Yes, sirree. Okay, he's got a lighthouse out in his front lawn. Wonder why that is. Must be protecting seamen. This reminds me. One time I was wearing a striped shirt, you know, like perhaps how they might have done in the British Navy or something. And some woman asked me if I was a seaman, and I says, well, at one point in my life I was, but now I'm a sailor. She didn't get it. Ooh, a house burnt down there. All there's left is the chimney. Chimney? Oh, and this is the place where you're gonna get to drive by where the Newfoundland dogs are. Which reminds me, again, start looking around for one of those big dogs. I want a big, short-haired dog. Because these guys that we got, Fredericton, let's go this way. The dogs are just up there a little ways. But if we go this way, I can get on the freeway right to the right spot. And away we go. A peppy little 6-cylinder this is. Now the government here will put salt on the roads, sand, and that when necessary, to help keep the ice from forming. The snow's coming down pretty good. I should, if I had my mobile with me, I could check and see when the storm's going to be over. What do we got going on here? Probably bringing in toilet paper in that big truck. That reminds me. Probably wouldn't hurt to have a case of that on hand either. And we're going to see if we can get some sunflower seeds. So I can maybe see if I can videotape, not videotape, I wonder what you call it, vlog it or whatever, of the birds going into the feeder. Beaverbrook Art Gallery. Did you know that we got Salvador Dali painting there? Lord Beaverbrook, look it up. He did a lot for the province. And even one of the prime ministers of Britain came from here, a guy named Borden. Hey, what do we got here? It's not where we gotta go. I don't like driving with cruise control on these kinds of roads either. You want to rush. Have cruise control on and then hit an icy patch. Oh, this is not the way. Now I'm confused. We're going to go this way so I don't get freaked up. Yeah, maybe you're on the right road. Nope. I get a couple of inches of snow. I might try taking one of the dogs up there and get them started on the toboggan for hauling wood back to the old woodshed. Oh, better slow her down some here, folks. Trying to figure out where I'm at. I think I know, but I'm not sure. Isn't that great? We get to go on an adventure. I know where I'm at. I could have gone down that other road. We'll just have to go a different way. Perfect. It's perfect, they say in New York City. Oh, dog's having a leak. Yeah, one more dog, I think. That'll be it. 67. I'll be 77. I'll be about 80 years old when the thing dies. That's good enough. Now here we're on a major highway to go to the Miramichi, and these boneheads put a traffic circle in the middle of it. And a lot of people don't know how to use this thing here. Lucky for me, I lived in Abu Dhabi, and they had 3, 4, 5 lane ones of these traffic circles. Piece of cake. Actually, I'm going to go straight. And I could bypass that light there and follow that truck, which I didn't want to do. The guy that owns the property next to mine owns the store on the right, and they've got them everywhere. They're like a giant hardware store. Ooh, that's new. Never seen that before. I have to tell the old lady that. The brick. And this here on the left is called Regent Mall. We've only got 2 malls in the city. This one, which got 20 times more stores in it than the one across the river. Oh, got to get the nose spray going here. Also, I should stop at the hardware store and see if they got that screen that I could use for keeping the squirrels out of the woodshed. Yes, sirree. Oh, we got all the equipment for blowing snow at the mall. Get my coughing done now. Come on. 2 hours to get to the doctor's office. Alright, let's go. Oh good, we got a red light. I was supposed to come in the other way instead of the way we came. Then I wouldn't have had to deal with the lights. I guess that's what happens when you don't go to town very much. So we'll get in the lineup and get some gasoline here. Petrol. And here we go. This looks like a good spot right here. Get my gloves out. Check out where all the license plates are from. Looks good. All New Brunswick. On a positive note, winter hasn't hit yet, but slowly it's getting colder and colder. Oh, here we go. Oh, look. Come on, you doughhead. Couldn't you wait? Good. Great way to get into an accident. Come on, let's go. Perfect. Alright, the old credit card. Oh. All right. 35 bucks worth of gas.
Benefits package. Join a hands-on team and a
Yeah, join the team. $5 tax. 88.9 for unleaded fuel. I get the old Maskaroo. Good, he's done. Can't see, gotta take the freaking mask off. You know, that's gonna be fun this winter. Oh, jeez. People lined up at Costco. I gotta go friggin' pee. Wouldn't you know it? Oh, jeez. There we go. Well, sorry folks. That's it for the video now. Oh. Well, just a quickie. I'm sitting here. Just realized we'll be going home soon, and I won't be able to use the other camera because it'll be dark. So, on the other side of that big tree right there, that's the hospital. There's a church if you need one real quick. There's a French high school. And this is the medical clinic. And I gotta go up to the top to see my doctor. And other than that, I just spared you the... Here, let's try that. I spared you the grief of me eating that chicken sandwich. I went to Burger King, and got one there. Not quite as good as the one at KFC, nor were the fries, but it was hot, and doesn't matter. So, that's it. I don't know exactly what else to say. Battery's almost dead. And I got everything that's on my list. Except for the smoked meat. Forgot that friggin'... That's okay, we won't say that again. We won't tell her about that. And, well, yeah, I can't forget. Give out the chocolates to the doctors. They're all in here. Which I should do at 4 o'clock, in case they all close early. And then I'm walking around with all these chocolates. It's just something nice to do to the doctors. After all, they do They have to listen to my corny jokes. And they do care. So I'd like to make them happy by once a year give them a card and a box of chocolates and a thank you. Now other than that, if my brother's watching, I need your address. I know where your address is, but I don't have your postal code, I don't think. So I could send you a card or something. But it's getting dark out, folks. Quick. It looks like the little snowstorm's over. It's supposed to warm up, and it's -5, so it's not warming up yet. And there's supposed to be rain coming now. Whoop-de-doo. And I tested out the old Jeep with the old winter tires. Just gonna have to take it easy this year, so we can throw them away with, and they're wore out. It's not like when I was a young feller there, we could drive the tires until the cords were showing. But other than that, hopefully this won't take forever to upload tonight. And you should have a video to watch tomorrow. And on that note, au revoir, they say in Quebec and other places where they speak French. Bye. Well, this should be interesting. I'm trying to get out of the traffic here, and I just thought maybe throw the camera on because it's dark out, and I'm not sure what it's going to look like. It could be interesting. So we're trying to get across the river here, and got to go to Canadian Tire and get the wife some stuff. And in all my wisdom, I went on this Westmoreland Street because it's straight onto the bridge. But the lights aren't very smart here. There's a green light, a red light, and a green light. Plus there's probably a bazillion cars trying to come in on the left and the right. So it bottlenecks everything up, and it's one lane until you get onto the other side, or a quarter of the way onto the bridge. Then there's another lane that comes in. So we have a single lane getting out of here on this part of downtown. And it's all because when I left the doctor's office, I thought if I went down York Street, then I could cut over to Westmoreland. And we're not going anywhere this light. Ah, for frick's sake. They call this the drive at 5. It's mental. I'm not sure what to say. But we got a green light. Does anybody get to go? Maybe not. Oh, one guy turned left, which doesn't look right. And we go up one more car length. Of all the cities that I've been in, Fredericton has to have the worst for traffic. Traffic circles on major highways. There's a real mismatch of freaking roads down by the university, down by the river. That's craziness right there in itself. I don't think I should be drinking the Coke, and I'll tell you right now. That reminds me of a story. Leaving the United States, I think it was Sweetgrass, Montana, I think is where it was. The Canadian Border Guards, or agency, or whatever they are, I was drinking this no alcohol beer because I don't drink. I was drinking this no alcohol beer, and all of a sudden the lineup stopped moving. It was really super slow. And what it turned out is that they decided, in all their wisdom, let's check a whole bunch of cars, and they slowed all the traffic down. That was on a Sunday. Anyway, I had to go to the bathroom real bad. So when I finally got up there, I said, look, I got to get out of the car. I got to go to the bathroom. You stay in the car, he said. And I made enough of a fuss that they let me into their building there, and they finally let me go to the bathroom. Man, and they were rude. Anyway, sorry for that, boys and girls. I know it's a tough job. But, come on, let's go. What is that? That's a sporty car, but it ain't moving. Oh, green light, but nobody can go because there's nowhere to go in front. Come on, you friggin' guys. And this street here isn't a busy one. It's the next lights is the busy one. And I can see way down there, the third set of lights, or the fourth, it's red. So all these cars that are sitting here can't move. Oh, good, light's going to change. And it looks like the bridge is chocked up full too. Oh, for frick's sake. This is why I had to turn on the camera, just to see if we can move. So as you can see, the snow started up again. And up on the Doran Ridge, where the Sheepy Hollow is, it's going to be snowing for sure, because it's 800 feet up. And right here, let me see if we can find out for you, it's probably 50 or 60 feet above sea level here. Huh, 49 feet. And we're quite a ways away from the ocean. So there's a 50-foot drop between here and there. Oh, please, give me a sign. Let me go. Come on, boys, get going. Bunch up. Uh-oh. Light changed. Keep going straight. Now I can get in there. Still green. Then all it takes is one Yahoo on the bridge to make a freaking problem. Good, we made it. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Make sure that guy don't get in there. Got the crosswalk blocked, that's good. Pay attention, this is where you get those little fender benders. You get to creeping up there. Ah. Some kind of a store over there. Yes, this is a very old city. On the next street to the right, my grandfather had a house at 224 Brunswick Street. And he lived up on the top floor. And I stayed there when I was 10 years old for 6 months or so, 4 months. My father was in the Air Force, and we had to wait until they had a married quarters, PMQ they're called. Public or private married quarters, one or the other. And you can look that up if you wanted to see where I lived as a kid. We were there from when I was 10 till about 15, 14 or 15, at 212 Winnipeg Street in Chatham, New Brunswick. From there, we moved down to Rothsay, in a place called Fairvale. Right at the end, almost. And then we left there, we drove across Canada, and moved to Alberta. I remember the first day of school, I got called into the guidance counselor's office. I went to school wearing a Hoss Cartwright cowboy hat. You'll have to look up Bonanza and look at Hoss Cartwright. He's the big boy with the big hat. I had one of them, plus a pair of cowboy boots and a sheepskin vest. The guidance counselor called me in there, and I was a big boy, 6'2", and he says, "You're not going to cause any problems, are you there, Bob?" I says, "No, what do you mean?" "Like beating people up and stuff like that," he said. I said, "No." He says, "Well, around here we don't dress like that." I says, "I'm just trying to play the part for being out west." Needless to say, I wasn't allowed to wear the hat, the vest anymore, but the cowboy boots were okay. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? That guy parked his truck there. So Brunswick Street, that's a major street. No, I wouldn't doubt it. If I turned right, because you can't turn left, if I went all the way down there, turn right, and then made a couple of lefts, I could probably get on the bridge before these cars. But then again, I don't want to lose my spot either. The city should do something about this bridge, because this is every day. Major friggin' around. They got 2 bridges to get across the city, plus a walking bridge. And this is the only bridge out of downtown. Now the other bridge, we crossed it earlier on the way to Grandma's house. That's a way in the hell up river. And that, there ain't no Canadian Tire up there. Oh, for cripe's sakes, come on. I can see the bridge is just solid. Once I get through here, I should be able to take another road. But we don't know what kind of traffic it is. I don't live here. Whoosh. -3. Now when winter finally does really arrive here, these parking meters that are about 3.5, 4 feet out of the ground, you won't even be able to see them here. You won't even be able to see the sidewalk because they'll kind of pile the snow up between the road and the sidewalk on top of the parking meters. Come on, let's go. And of course, they'll never have somebody out here signaling traffic to move along. Holy. It's a good thing I ate. Yeah. Now if they synchronize these lights a little bit, might be a little bit better for us. And they just figured out how to make a traffic circle here, but they didn't make it big enough. And everybody gets confused when they get to them. You see people going the wrong way, don't know, just driving into it thinking that they got the right to go because it's a circle. It doesn't help. And we got a guy out there blocking traffic. Looks like a cab. Jerk off. Now you do realize you're taking place of the wife in the traffic here. I'm moaning and groaning. Normally she gets it all. Or actually, well, it doesn't matter. And there goes a pickup truck turning left. I know the traffic circles work really good. My experience is until there's an accident or something in it, then it's kind of willy-nilly how you get through it. Let me see here. We got to do some climate adjustment here. We got a fog situation coming. Let's try that. Now I don't know how many cars are coming across the bridge from the other direction, but there's only 4 lanes on the bridge. And it doesn't look like a lot of cars are coming this way, which tells me for even a half an hour, oh, here's a guy going here. Where's he going? Oh, we got a couple of guys got bored. There, the fog's gone. And it doesn't help with these people turning left up there in front of me. Because whatever little space there is, they block it. Okay, boys, let's go. Green light, green light. Come on, move it. Well, it's looking better. Oh, to hell with it. Okay, that's 2 more lights. And would you believe there's a police station there? Right on the corner? This is a killer. I don't have the patience for this. Looking good. Oh, it's on the road. Come on. We're friggin' close. Alright, one more light. And then there's one right on the other side of the bridge. Oh. Now up here, I don't know if you can see it by the lights or not, there's a right lane merging into this lane, and you got to take your turn. Let one car on one side go, let another car go. I'm glad I didn't go that way. And that's the city police right there on the other side of the light to the right. And that's where I was going to come in here from, I think. That, or if on the other ramp, it's got its own lane. Yeah. All to save money. It is. Oh, It's a good possibility. Oh, we made it. All right. Next, we got to get through this merging part up here. And I got to find my way into the right lane sooner or later. And you realize if they staggered the hours of work here, they could get rid of a lot of this traffic. Meaning, some people get off at 4 or 5 or 6 or maybe even 7. And that would take the load off of this. But this is a government town, university town. Nobody here would probably work past 5 o'clock. See how the merge works? Doesn't work too bad. The problem way up here is there's another light. Now this lane here on the right, they don't have that problem. And I should try to wiggle over there. There we go. I think we'll go straight. See, look at this. There's all kinds of room now. There's just that bottleneck getting on the bridge because some friggin' traffic engineer doesn't know how to do his job. Look at this, eh? Perfect. This used to be a really bad intersection too. All right. That's one more set of lights before we get home, I think. We're not going there right away though. There. Okay. Up here we make a right turn, and we're getting close now. That's crazy, the way to get across that frickin' bridge. There's nobody behind me. All right. Awesome. We made it. on, keep going. Slide through the intersection. So we got to take it really easy here, folks. Oh, there's a couple of penguins there. Yes, this here's another store of the guy that owns the property next to me. Kent. There's two in this city. For sure. All right. Okay. Be right back. Ugh. Mask. There it is. And I got a friggin' bathroom. Ugh. Okay, made it. Holy frick. Wouldn't you know it, there's a police car behind me. And it's time to go before he comes back out. Yeah, there'd be a lot of... This is a good side to come on to the city here. This is called the north side. We've got a Canadian Tire, a Walmart, and a Kent, and the same thing on the other side, the south side. City is divided by a river. What's that? That's weird. Now comes the real fun. Back into the traffic again. All right. We're going to have to take it easy, folks. Alright, we should be good to go now. And I'm not going to stop for a coffee or a donut. So now we just dawdle our way home. This should be the last traffic light. Up ahead. And I'm going to squeeze over to the other lane. And it's not going to go no backcountry roads. Not in the dark. And there we go. Andy, I got some sunflower seeds. I was thinking about buying 3 bags, but I limited myself to 2. So we're going to have the bird feeders on the go here now. It's pretty slippery out. All right. People, when you're going around in the stores and whatnot, they're a lot more relaxed than when this COVID thing first started. That's good. We got a dawdler in front. It's okay. We'll let them We'll just be nice and let the old people here probably up front, or the woman with the baby, take all the time she wants. Now, the other video showed me coming home this way, one of the recent ones, and this is where all the beaver dams and stuff like that are on this side of the... Boy, she's slow. We're going 60 and a 90 here. And there's too many cars. Can't go fast. But my dad says it's better 5 minutes late in this world than 10 minutes early in the next. Oh boy. So, the doctor. I guess we're just going to have to huff it out for a few months. He's going to have me go in for physiotherapy to see if they can figure out what's going on. But it's going to take till March or April before I can get in. So I'm okay. I'll tough it out. Boy, I should have got a coffee. I think the next place to buy coffee is almost all the way home, and I'm not going to do that. Come on, let's go, folks. Now, this is a 70 here. And on a night like tonight, you got to be careful. Deer crossing the road, etc. I can smell somebody's wood fire. Did you know that the city of Montreal stopped the people having from wood fires because of the small particles in the air? Which means, if you had a cheap way to heat your house with wood, can't do that, you gotta go for the more expensive alternative. And I'm not sure if they got natural gas in Montreal, because they're haven't been very good about the pipelines going across the country. But most of the oil that comes into the country comes in through Montreal. Oh. I don't know what you guys can see yet. No, it's pretty grim. I'll chat you up for a bit. Takes forever to get this video launched. Oh boy. So, let's see who gets the shout out today. I'll give you a couple of them to see if anybody's actually watching this long. to the little lady that lives near Eucharist. Hello. Say hello in the comments. Or I heard the shout out say. Then there's, oh, I like those two houses on the left there. Can't afford that. You only want $900,000 for it. And $8,000 a year for taxes. Alan. Shout out to you, the friend from PEI. And another one from Allentown. Another one, Jim from Nashville. And Thomas. Haven't seen you around. He's from New York State somewhere. Hey, Capper. How about Terry and Shane? Haven't heard from you either for a while. So we're still following the same lady, and she's going fast enough. We got to go way down here and hang a right this time, I think. You can see that there's more traffic on the exit out of the city than there is for people coming in, because that road, they'll probably have the plow out here soon. Push that off. And there will be a plethora of accidents today because of this. Wow, I pooped. Just a bunch of ramblings of an old man. You can hardly see across the river here. Just a few big yard lights, that's it. Wow, that gave me a rush. Pay attention better here. And I imagine all the garages are having a big, busy getting winter tires on. Now you do realize that I start talking about something, and then all of a sudden something grabs my attention, and I forget what I'm talking about. So I just start a new conversation. I got ADHD, and I've had to live with that all my life. But in the next video, I could pick up a conversation that I had on this one, just out of the blue, and then I got to piece it together while I'm trying to talk about it. And I get sidetracked again, and I forget what I was talking about. Ooh, that's nice bright lights. Those are so freaking bright, man. You can see up my nose. Alright. Yeah, we just take her easy. I gave those chocolates away. I could have been eating some of them now. Now, I do like that idea there, Alan, about, I believe it was Alan, when the wife asks you to go and do something, like vacuum the carpets, he takes it out and just wipes it on the few key places to leave track marks so that when his wife comes home, it looks like he did it. That's brilliant. I like that. I always make sure that the dishes are done, so I don't leave a pile of my own dirty dishes. Not only that, I make sure that I keep the sink clean now. I got called out on that once. You got a little rubber mat at the bottom of the sink to help protect the dishes from the stainless steel or whatever it is on the bottom. Well, geez. I didn't know you're supposed to lift the mat to wash out the sink and take all the bits. That's a restaurant there on the right and a car dealership. I don't even know if that diner's open anymore. Since COVID hit, things ain't normal around here anymore. We have what's called the Atlantic bubble, which means New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, and Newfoundland. Because we had low amount of cases of COVID, we could travel without any problems between the provinces without having to quarantine ourselves. Well, that's done. Our COVID cases are climbing quick. We're up to about 100 in the province, and 70 or 80, 90 maybe are down south, where my cousins live. Oh, please turn right. Frick, I'm gonna follow them some more. Here's the old drugstore. This is the landing. Deer crossing right in the middle of this little town here. To get from the corn and the hay fields down to the hay fields on the other side of the road, and the water. Being the Keswick River. Oh, big tree branch there. Oh. Yeah, my hip. There's some kind of a strained tendon that's got to be looked at or sorted out. And that's going to take a few months. I think the doctor, he was quite impressed that I chopped the cord of wood. And he come hobbling into the examination room with a cane. Me and him are both getting pretty old. Him and his wife might come out for a visit, which would be nice. Not very often you get a doctor to come out. Plus it really helped that I gave him a couple of boxes of chocolates down to all the doctors there. But they've been doing a pretty good job trying to keep things under control. Even the politicians are having problems. But worst of all, it's the people. A little slow, I would think. They're all worried about wearing a mask. They're all worried about the vaccine if it comes. But yet they'll put a seatbelt on now because they're conditioned. Better watch out here. This is dangerous. And people, you eat a hot dog, you don't even know what's in it. Like bologna. You eat that stuff since you were a kid. But I'm going to wait 3 months, 6 months after the vaccine comes to make sure that nothing kind of funky happens there. You remember when COVID first came out? They expect you to wash all your groceries when you came home. But, you know, there's been a few plagues. The Black Plague, Spanish flu, and they shouldn't have called it that, but killed millions. And I think there's like 1.5 million people or close to it have died from this virus already. They don't want to go too fast out here. It's not worth it. I like that nice set of Christmas lights there. That won't be our house. You put the lights up in the summertime and just hope that the rain and the sun doesn't bake the paint off of it. There's some people, they put up quite a few decorations. Makes their place looks really nice. Ooh, look at all the trees done up here. Well, that's the guy that gives we get the wood from. Well, the church looks kind of nice there. Holy. Well, we're getting close to Bert's Corner, that is. All those lights way off on the right there, that's the substation from the Mactaquac Power Dam, one of the substations. Oh, where's this guy going? Friggin' doughhead. Yeah, we got a dusting of snow here. Oh yeah, this house right in front of that car there, we see all the lights are on. That should look pretty good. This is the same guy that taps all the maple syrup off those trees. They're all maple trees in his front yard. I'm trying to do something similar in our property, but I'll be dead by the time those trees are big enough to tap. But it's the thought that counts in this case. The sugar maples are down where the black walnut and the butternut was growing. Okay, just a little more. We can hang a right. At last. Here's the bird store. That's the last coffee shop, or the last place to get coffee.